We're going to be making a cute little elf ornament today. We're going to be using some pieces of wood, some wooden spheres, some wooden beads, and an old spool made out of wood. You can use these pieces or you can use what you have around at home. You could even use rocks to make these pieces. Or if you have any old Tinker toys or things like this, those could be used as well. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be first seeing if you bought the kit, then you're going to get one of these cone hats. If you didn't, you're going to need to cut your felt into a shape kind of like a piece of pizza. And what you're going to do then is you're going to start from the top and you're going to put some glue on the edge and glue it together to make a cone. This is kind of tricky. So you might want to get an adult to help you or ask a brother or sister or a friend to hold it for you while the other person glues. So the first thing you need to think about when you're making this project is you need to think about how you want your hat to look, but you can't actually attach your hat yet, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So the first thing you need to think about is, do I want to have, say, a jingle bell at the end of my hat? Or maybe a little pom-pom. Or maybe I like the hat just the way it is. Or maybe I have a different idea. To make the jingle bell go on your hat, you're gonna take a piece of thread or some string or even a little ribbon, and you're gonna feed it through that slot at the top of the jingle bell, like this. Then what you can do with your hat, or if you didn't glue your hat yet, you could put some glue right here and you could lay that right on top before you make your cone shape. Or if you did already glue your hat, or if you got the kit, you just need to take the two ends and feed it right through the top of the hat. Then, once you have enough inside, you'll be able to pull it from the inside of the hat. And I'm gonna pull it down nice and snug so that it doesn't fall off. Then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squirt some glue down inside of here and cut off what I don't need. When the glue is dry, my jingle bell should stay in there nice and strong. I could also, if I wanted to, tie a couple of knots in here to make sure that it's extra strong. Then it'll be attached onto my hat and I'll have a fun little jingle bell on top of my elf's hat. After you decide what kind of hat you want to have on yours, you're going to take your head and your body, which should already be attached and glued together, making sure that you can still see the hole in the top of the spool, because you're going to be putting something through that hole, so you need to leave yourself enough space. Okay? So you're going to set your hat off to the side, and you're going to take some pipe cleaners. Whoops. I have one pipe cleaner that's folded in half, and I'm going to feed that one up through the bottom, and it's going to come out right behind the head, poking up right there. Okay? So again, this is folded in half, so it's gonna look like I have two. Those are gonna be his little legs, okay? The reason why it's really important that I fold it in half and not cut it is because I'm gonna use this little loop to hold on his arms. I'm gonna take a half of a pipe cleaner, this one I did cut in half, and I'm gonna slide it right through that loop, okay? I'm also gonna take a piece of string or ribbon, and I'm gonna feed that through here as well, because this is gonna be how I'm gonna hang my little elf, okay? So now that I have my two pieces, my string or my ribbon that I'm gonna use to hang the ornament, and the pipe cleaner that's cut in half to use for the arms, I'm just gonna pull the legs back down. And now, and I don't want to pull it too hard because I don't want to pull it all the way out. But now my elf, if I hide this guy, he has two little arms right there, and he's got two long legs right there. And I have something that I can tie to hang him on the Christmas tree if I want. Now, if you don't want to hang your little elf, you definitely don't need this part, and you can skip it if you want. If you do want to tie, you're going to put your two tails together. You're going to make a U, turn it into an O, See the little tails sticking out? You're going to put those tails through the O. U, O, through the hole. U, O, through the hole. So now I have a knot at the top and my little guy can hang, okay? Now, you might want to think about putting a blob of glue right back there to make sure that you can't pull this apart, okay? That'll make him stronger. So now that you have this part done, you can go ahead and attach his hat. Oh, he looks so cute already. One of the things that I suggest for doing his hat is putting the glue actually on the ball instead of on the hat. But if you feel more comfortable putting the glue right inside the hat and slipping it on his head, that's okay too. If you're gonna do it on the ball, I don't know if you can see this very well, but there's grain on the ball here, and it actually goes into a nice curve. So if I take my glue and I follow the grain around on the ball, I can kind of create a little rainbow over the top of his head. So you decide what works best for you to attach his hat onto his head. And then now you need to make some decisions about how you want your elf to look, what kind of clothes you want him to wear, what you want his body to look like. A couple of examples would be, I could make him a little scarf to go around his neck. I could use these little beads and put them on the ends, like those would be his hands or his feet. I could fill this whole pipe cleaner and this whole pipe cleaner with buttons, and he could have button arm and legs. Or another idea is I could take a pencil and I can wrap the pipe cleaner around the pencil. I'm gonna wrap it and I'm gonna hold it with my thumb or my pointer finger, and I'm going to wrap around the pencil all the way up his leg. And then my little elf can have some curly little boingy legs. Boing, boing, boing. All I did for that was I wrapped around a pencil. Pipe cleaner is made out of wire, so whichever way you bend it is the way that it's gonna turn. And after I get it curled, I can kind of stretch it however I want. And then he's got some bouncy, fun little legs that'll dangle. So there's lots of fun ways you can decorate your little elf. I can't wait to see the ideas you come up with. Have some fun. See you later.